So today we have a little bit of a different surprise for you in a different cemetery. This is the Fraternal Cemetery in Prattville, Alabama, and it was established in 1881. And this is a look at it. I want you to look at it from this camera view right here. You can see all of the graves are alongside of the road, and they're in the woods and in disrepair and things growing up around them. There's just an interesting story here. This graveyard is so old, and it has a long road that leads back here, and for acres there's graves on the left and right side of the road. But there's stories that go with it. So let's walk up that road that way and see if we can see some graves, and we'll start up there.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of what probably county cemetery, the one that we had been to, and I'll put the link to that video on here too. When we went to the county video, the graveyard with David.
Right, yeah. So you see out through here, guys. And see, that's an example of one of the boxes where there is a tombstone in it. You can see there are tombstones in it. You can see that right there. See if we can get in there on it. And there's a tombstone right there. And you can see how that's in disrepair.
I imagine that this is probably what county cemetery looked like 30, 40 years before all the stones were gone and it was fully grown over. So I'm glad we're here to at least get some of this on film, so future generations can see there was a cemetery here at one time.
Let's go this way. You can see there's all kinds of marks and things like that where you can see there's graves there. But you see this road goes through here like this, and then there's fenced off areas like that, and I'm sure that there's markers in, but here we're coming up to one right here. Let's take a look at this. Look at that big old tree right there in the back. Let's look at these. See, and here we go. Here's a good example of one that, see, this is a nice tombstone, but it's stuck back here in the woods. I'm gonna walk up through here. Check this out. Let me take pictures. It's hard, guys, because I'm holding like two different cameras. I'm gonna sit this one down right here for a second. Get these pictures.
Oh, let's see.
You got something coming up on the ghost
turned
box?
on the Seer app, and we got, I don't know what that is. It looks like well, you comment below on that. Is that a cigarette under her chin, or I don't know what she's doing?
There's an interesting story here. Like this one right here, it says this is Josie Anderson, July of 26, 1891 to July the 15th, 1978. So she made it a good while.
So, well, at least we know people were still buried here up to 50 years ago.
Yes. And it goes back through here.
Are you getting too choked, Grace?
Let's see that here. This is beautiful though when you walk back through here. And all of these trails join together so you can see it and walk back through here. Let's see. Tell you what we'll do. We'll do a quick, these are all from the 1800s back here, 1896. We'll do a quick ghost box back here.
Okay.
You want to?
Sounds good.
And they might lead us to their graves. Look at here. Look what I found in the woods. See that, guys? Look right here. I'm going to take a picture. Are you running a ghost app?
I have the Ghost Tube Seer app on.
Okay, look at that stone right behind you.
It's old, and that's the front of it.
Is there anyone here with us that wants to talk? Does that have voice box where it comes through?
No, this one does not.
I'm going to use one that has the text that come up, so we're not having to go through all of that. He's working with Gracie right now, guys. Sorry. Right. Okay, it said right. So it said that you're working. Now, is there someone here? I see these graves. We're out here at the Fraternal Cemetery, and we're in the backside, and we're talking to you guys. We come in peace. My name is Jennifer.
My name is Jay.
I want to know, is there anyone here that would like to talk to us? This is a beautiful resting place. Look, I see a tombstone way back there in the woods too. bowlers. So I see the tombstones out in the woods, and I see, like, that looks like a crypt back through there. I'll see if I can get a picture of it. I can see a trail going
if
through
you
there.
look right back in there, wow, there's several. There's a large one in here.
Right. We can walk back in there if you want to and check it out.
I would love to, but it's going to be too difficult with Gracie on my side.
I'll walk back in there in a second. I'm going to run back here and check these out, okay?
All right.
Just really quick. Oh, if I could get in there easily. Let's see.
All right. Well,
I'm going to go back here, guys, and check this out. Whoa. We can get through. Whoa. This is amazing. It's like a hidden wonderland back here, guys, in the back of this. And there's built up places and tombstones. There's a huge one right there.
yeah, I just don't know what would cause these cemeteries to go in such ill repair.
Right, like this.
I mean, this is massive grown up.
And it's beautiful. These tombstones. Things are beautiful.
I'm going to tell you, there's a few groups out there that like to do cemetery restorations and such. This would be a wonderful project.
Here's what I found.
Who?
Charles Chapel.
Well,
Okay, guys, so now, since we're here, this is where the tombstone is.
peacock feathers.
Peacock feathers. I think we're gonna walk. We're gonna come back here, you and I. I'm gonna help you get her back here, and we're gonna do a sit down back here and tell the story of Charles Chapel. I found this. That's amazing, guys. When you hear the story, you'll understand why it's so miraculous that we found that tombstone. We're going to right here. We're gonna set up here.
You okay, Grace?
Oh, this is pretty. And it's shaded too, guys, which is a benefit. Look at these tombstones around here. See that? And there's an open road right there. Look at this one's like a heart. Look how big they are. This is amazing.
And I mean, in the condition that they're in, it's like somebody cut this grass the last time about 45 years ago, and that was it.
Right.
They hadn't cut this grass since.
See, and you can see tombstones back there in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, there's tombstones all around. This was definitely a full plot. I mean, I'm seeing there's tombstones right there, right next to me, right up front.
Well, we'll keep on going down the road, guys. That story, there's a story called about the axe murder syndicate that happened here in the early 1900s, and I thought that was his tombstone, but it's not. And he was a victim of the axe murder syndicate. All right, we're gonna start a ghost session right now here amongst all these tombstones in the woods. Again, I'm gonna start over again. My name is Jennifer.
My name is Jay.
And we're here in peace, guys. We're here just to talk. We think it's really a shame what the area around your resting places went to. We really do.
Right.
We think that it should be picked up. So let's get started on that.
And this is Gracie, and she's just here to observe. She's not part of this. You can't touch her or interact with Gracie in any way, okay? All right. This device in my hand, you can say a word, a sentence. You can tell us something. You can even come in front of my camera and I can catch a picture of you.
Is there anyone here with us? Is there anyone here that wants to talk? You could talk to us. Is there anyone here that wants to talk? Anything, anybody want to say anything? You want to tell us your story? Nothing?
Nothing.
We're going to move on down the road in about I'm going to give you one more chance, and then we're going to have to move on down the road. Is there anyone here that wants to talk? Okay. Let's keep going then. We got a big cemetery to cover. I'm sure there's other ghosts that want to talk. What?
Marie.
Marie. Is there a Marie here? Oh. Let me see if there's Marie. Cannot tell by that.
Is there a Marie by us?
Is there a Marie here?
Marie, would you like to speak?
I can't tell what these are. They're rubbed off.
I can't. That's the best one that's here. Is that one there from 1909?
Yeah.
Closet.
Let's keep walking down the road.
Okay.
Let's go down the road and try this again. What did it say? You can keep it talking while we're walking. In case something relevant comes across.
It said why.
Said what?
It asked why.
Why what?
I don't know, probably why we're leaving, but nobody wanted to talk, so we're gonna leave.
We're gonna keep on walking down through here. And hopefully we can find somebody that wants to talk to us. What do you think?
I'm hoping.
Let's see if we can. See, there's the road going that way. Got the road going this way. And that's a huge tree right there. See that tombstone? Look at that, guys.
It's right there.
Right there in the weeds, just covered up. Let's see if there's some right around the corner here. There is. See, they're all set off in these little sections.
My name is Jay.
My name is Jennifer.
Companion.
Yes, we're companions. We're married.
Here's some more right here. Let's go right here and look. Is there anyone here that wants to talk to us?
Caraway.
Is there anyone here that wants to talk?
There's our mason.
Where?
Back there on that one.
That big one?
Yep.
Whoa.
Is there a lot of masons out here?
John Brown, 1909.
And that looks like the woodsman right there. To your right.
Yes, that's a woodsman. You know, I think they were closely associated with the Masons.
Are you scared?
I'm sorry you don't have any energy, but we're not scared.
Don't go there.
Saying don't go there. Why not?
I told you I heard something.
What's back there?
It's not easy.
I imagine it's not easy.
Why is it that you don't want us to go?
There's another 1909. So there's a lot of early 1900. 1978 is the latest that I've seen on any of the stones that we've been able to locate.
Leave it.
Let's go get the truck and pull back up there, because see, there's pull-off spots right there.
Okay.
And we're getting too far from the truck and we don't know the area. Why did he say don't go there? Look back through here, there's more. See that through there, guys?
Oh, it's all back through
Can you see
here.
that? It is beautiful though, isn't it? It is pretty.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys would like to see a lot more of this, You need to drop a comment below, and we'll try and make a note this fall when all the leaves are gone. Come back, and I'm sure they'll be a lot easier to see.
Why is he here?
All right, guys. Now we're at the next section, and I'm going to tell you about these. These murders too that happened in the axe. It was called the Axe Syndicate, is what it was, and it happened in the early 1900s. And there was one victim that is commonly known out here, and his name is Charlie. And he was a victim of the Axe Murder Syndicate, which happened over a 4-year span in the early 1900s.
Yeah, not recently.
Right,
no. This was back around 1919.
Right, go ahead and tell the story.
But essentially, the city of Birmingham was plagued with a lot of people that didn't like individuals, and it wasn't necessarily a race thing. It was for property ownership. So in Birmingham at the time, there was, they don't know if it was a syndicate or an individual, but from what we've looked at, it's more of several people that were doing the axe murders. And it wasn't all with axes, some of it with garden tools, shovels, and whatnot. Later on, they called in groups, strong groups. One of those groups was like a mafia-style Italian group that was here in Alabama at the time. A lot of Italians, which I did not know, but there was a lot of Italians that immigrated.
Right, and they settled this area.
Right.
And so what happened was, when the cops couldn't control it, they did that.
Police asked the protective groups, because some of these groups were protective at those times, and they asked these groups to come in and help find it. And lo and behold, it kind of all ended. There was an arrest, but the person that they arrested was only for a portion of the crimes that had happened. So, you know, like I say, they don't know if it was a syndicate, but it put the city on standstill for a long time. People were afraid to even go outside.
Let's go back here and look at this. But when the police department has so much on their hands, guys, that they're calling in the and it wasn't just the Italian Protection Agency people that they called in the Klan.
Strangled.
This is all like,
Strangled.
who was strangled?
Who was strangled?
Now this is pretty back here. Look at this, guys. We can take some pictures and run while we're walking and talking.
We're gonna try another app and see if we have some of the same responses.
Okay.
This one.
This is beautiful right here. Look at this.
My
What?
GoPro died.
Mine is running.
I'm gonna try the Spirit Talker.
All right, look right here. So we're right here in this one. And then if you'll see, it goes all the way off into the side right there, into the shade. We could try Spirit Talker for a second. You can sit right there on the brick if you want to.
Is there anyone here that would like to talk to us? My name is Jay,
My name is Jennifer.
and this device in my hand, you can say words, you can say sentences.
Do you know anything about the axe murders in the 1900s? These people died in 1905,
See,
1933.
a lot of the stones out here are 1900 to like 1909, and then there was that jump to 1978.
Are there anybody out here that wants to talk to us about the early 1900s?
Ancient curse.
It was an ancient curse. I don't know if it was so much an ancient curse. The murders that happened, they said, happened mainly to shop owners and to people of a certain ethnic thing, and it wasn't African American victims. Who committed the axe murders? Because the numbers from the New York Times all the way down to the Birmingham Times, the numbers are different. The New York Times said that the numbers was up in around the 80s with like 40 something wounded. Birmingham Times said it was like 40 something wounded with 40 something killed with 15 wounded. And then a journalist that investigated it in 2016 said that the numbers were something like 27 and 16.
Yeah, there was, from the little bit that I was looking at, it was 20-something people.
That
in the
they
low
murdered.
20s. It was just,
and that's a serial killer, guys. So even if it's just one or 5 people involved.
we're getting the name Dorothy coming through.
Dorothy. Were you a victim, Dorothy?
So what I'm going to do is, I don't know, we're probably getting close to the end of this video here, so I'm going to open the Spiritist Ghost Box for 5 to 7 minutes.
Oh, I'm pouring sweat. It's hot out here, guys. I want to know about the axe murder.
Welcome to Spiritist.
Alright, there we go. We might get somewhere with them.
Alright, so we'll start back over again. Was anyone here claimed by an axe murderer in 1919 or so?
Me.
Yes?
Who said me? What's your name? The one that said me was a woman. What's your name? Gloria.
Okay.
Okay.
Ask them if they knew Charlie Graffio. Did you know Charlie?
Done.
Did you know who killed Charlie Graffio and the other victims?
White.
Were they white? Did he say white? He said it.
I think so. I thought.
Because see, the reason why that's relevant, guys, it has really nothing to do with race outside of the fact that they arrested 5 African Americans for the crime.
It was an unusual crime.
Right.
Even in today's time.
It is.
I mean, you know, not to I hate the whole race thing, but it seems like a majority of the serial killers out there have always been white males.
Yes, they have.
And it's just weird.
That's why the journalists inspected it and looked into it, because there's something kind of up with that, right? You know? Right? Yes.
Right.
Okay. We agree with you. That's why we're trying to get the truth. Did you know the names of the killers? Or killer? Tell us the truth.
No. No one can go home with us. No. The girl came on and said, I want to go home with you.
And Lilith, you have to stay back. You know the deal. Were you alive during the axe murders? Did you know one of the victims?
Why was there a group harming people in those times? Was it just about land? Wait a minute, say that again. Was it just about land, or was it more than land?
What was it about?
You know, every app has said leave.
Right.
Probably something they don't want dredged up.
Well, when you have 2 strong groups that come in to try to handle the problem because it's getting that out of hand, I want to know what the root of the issue is. Why did we have such a huge problem? And why was there, even if it was 1 man or 5 men who committed the crimes, why was it happening? Was it random? Was it a true serial killer, or was there a point to the murders? Were they trying to run the newly settled immigrants that were in this area? Were they trying to get them to leave the area? Because a lot of first generation immigrants from Italy were here, and they were here legally. They set up and they run businesses.
Rose.
That was an issue. So that was an issue.
No, she said, "What's your issue?"
I'm trying to figure out. I don't have an issue. I'm trying to figure out what was the reason why the murders happened. Was it hate, money, power?
Heard Gloria a few times, but it's almost as if there's an invasion of answers to what we're asking on this.
So you gotta get above the cops' heads.
Are you taking these secrets beyond the grave?
Did anyone know Charlie Graffio, who died in 1923? Did you know the Italian Protection League? And also buried here in the cemetery are members of a secondary order under the Masonic Lodge, kind of the order of the, I think it's piracy. That's not nice. So are there some, I've seen there were some Masons buried here. And they're part of that secret society. Those members were buried here. Are there a lot of members of that society here? Are there any Masons here that want to talk? Y'all are acting kind of clownish, like they don't want to talk about
Yeah,
anything.
that's the thing. They don't want to talk about it. We got about another minute on
Okay,
this.
well, guys, it's no big secret. Last chance. Do you know who committed the murders, the axe murders? We need their names.
It's not enough to...
Pratt.
Boys.
Not completely.
Was it a group of boys, young men?
But,
Why?
And
Okay, guys, we're going to keep walking that way. Thanks for trying to talk to us. I don't think we're getting, we might get more than we think out of there once we go back through it, Jay. But I'm getting the impression that even with the Mason stuff, they don't want to talk about it.
No,
Like,
that's kind of what I'm getting to.
guys, sometimes, you know how you get a feeling when you're talking to someone, whether or not they're really wanting to talk to you or not?
Right.
Well, that's the kind of feeling we're getting right here. Let's walk this way, and we'll walk back out toward the truck. Look how this is buried back here, guys, in the cemetery. Look at this. Now, back here, they have it set up pretty nice. They have a bench back here. Let's see who this is. Looks like McArdle is their names. I've never even heard that name. You get a picture. We got a bench here. You get some pictures. And we'll roll back out this way. We'll walk back out that way. See, look at that. It's pretty. It really is. It's really interesting. See, and these trails, look, guys, they go all the way back out.
Yeah, someone cuts this spot, so this must be family or something.
Yeah. Or it might be that the county doesn't want to go any further in. It's hard to get back there on those roads because you get stuck. We had four-wheel drive or we would have been stuck today, guys. See? There's graves back there. Let's see what we got here, guys. That's Barksdale's. Let's see. So I saw this old building here. it looks like that's where they kept like supplies and things like that. And you see, there's more right here. It says corn. You could tell at one time these were kept up pretty well. You see, there's more trails that way. You would need a full day to do these trails.
Yeah, you would.
All right, guys, so I think we're gonna cut out right here. And I hope y'all have a beautiful day. I hope you enjoyed the video and the short little serial killer story. So have a good one.